Christina in the Women's and Gender Equity Center at Shawnee State University, and as you may know, we've started a new cooking show, and so I am very happy to be your first guest. I am here in my home, and I am going to show you how to make a breakfast casserole, and it's under $6. There are only 4 ingredients. I'm going to show you exactly what you need, also the ingredients and everything in it. But first, small disclaimer, I have a cooking assistant named Leonard. And so if you hear a squeaky dog toy in the background, it's our pup. And he is going to be just assisting and watching and smelling all the good food today. So first things first, I have washed my hands, pulled my hair back so that we don't have hair in our food afterward. I've also set the oven to preheat at 350. I've chosen some good music for cooking in the background. Lizzo's Like a Girl's one of my faves. And so, of course, you probably know with the Women's and Gender Equity Center what we do there, but we provide support for students and gender equity. So if you ever need anything, feel free to hop up to my office. I'm in UC 221A, and I'm happy to help you with all your needs. But let's get to cooking. So breakfast casserole, 4 ingredients. These are the ingredients, and I have bought everything Kroger brand. So eggs were $1.50. Tater tots are totally the Kroger brand, cost like $2 at most. We've got Kroger brand mild cheddar cheese, and we've also got bacon bits. If you don't like bacon, you can also use sausage, but it's a little more expensive and you have to fry it first. But for today, we're just gonna totally use bacon bits. So the only thing that you need to actually make this dish is a bowl and a whisk to make the eggs with, and then you need the casserole dish to actually put the casserole in and bake it in the oven. So, and I have my fancy cupcake apron on. You don't have to have an apron, but I always feel happy when I wear it, so we're gonna go with it. So, first thing you want to do, like I said, preheat the oven to 350, and your casserole is going to go in there for about 30 minutes once it's ready. So we're going to go ahead and start preparing the casserole. So you take your dish that goes in the oven, and we're going to put the tater tots on the bottom. And if you use a glass pan or a non-stick pan, you don't have to spray it with oil. You kind of just go ahead and put these in here. And I always choose the tater tots that are actually called tater rounds because they're a little smaller and they cook faster. So for a breakfast casserole, you're going to be able to have several meals out of the $6, or you're going to be able to feed several people. So it's actually a really good dish that you can, eat on several times for the $6. Or you can have company over, and of course breakfast is good any time of day, especially if you think like me. So the tater tots are in the casserole dish, and we are going to, I bought 18 eggs for $1.20. You can buy less than that if you want. We're definitely not going to use 18 eggs. We're actually going to use 6 eggs so that it covers the pan nicely. So just take the eggs, crack them the best you can. I'm going to throw away those eggshells too, and I'll leave them in the carton. Leonard approves of that choice if you heard him. So we're cracking 6 eggs. And eggs are a little hard to crack if you're not used to cracking them. Just be really careful with not getting the eggshells down in the eggs that you're going to put in your casserole. Otherwise, it's going to be a little crunchy. And some people add a little bit of milk to their eggs when they're making scrambled eggs. And you can do that if you want to. However, If you're lactose intolerant, you definitely don't want to do that because it still is going to show up in the food. So you just whisk the eggs like you're making scrambled eggs. You mix them together so that they really just look like scrambled eggs. Just pour it over your tater tots. It's mixed really well. I'm actually going to go ahead and put 2 more eggs in there because I feel like that isn't really enough to cover all of the tater tots. The pan's a little bigger than what I normally use, but it's okay. And you can make it any size that you want to. It doesn't have to be that large of a pan. It actually could be, you know, 2 different cooking meals if you wanted it to be. But we just want to make sure that there's enough eggs that cover all of the tater tots. And most of these ingredients, believe it or not, you can find in the pantry at the school. We shop a lot at Kroger's. Kroger's donates money to us, and then we also shop a lot at Dollar Tree. So if any of these ingredients you don't find in the pantry, you can find at Dollar Tree or Kroger, either one. Super cheap, super easy. So after you put the scrambled eggs over the tater tots, you're going to open the bacon pieces. And I use the actual real bacon pieces, so you don't want to get like the fake bacon bits because they're kind of crunchy. The idea is that you kind of have all of the breakfast things in the casserole. So go ahead and pay the extra 50 cents for the real bacon pieces. We're going to put all of them in the casserole. And then after you get done with that, you're going to open the cheddar cheese. And then you're going to put the cheddar cheese all over the top of it. Just make sure that the cheddar cheese covers everything pretty well. The cheddar cheese actually kind of holds in the heat, so it helps the tater tots cook a little bit easier and a little bit faster. And so it really is that simple. That's all you have to do is just empty the contents into the casserole dish, scramble those eggs, put the bacon bits in, and the cheese. And so we are going to pop this in the oven for 30 minutes. And once the 30 minutes is over, you're ready to eat after you let it cool. So we'll put it in there, and I'll see you in just a few. Everybody, I'm back. Casserole's done here at Beepin'. I'm going to go ahead and turn the timer off. Make sure that you have a pot holder on the counter for the casserole coming out. And this is what our casserole looks like after. So you're definitely going to want to let that cool before you cut it and eat it. It smells amazing though. And so you can feed several people with this or have several meals. So thanks so much for being part of our new cooking show and learning how to make breakfast casserole with me. I'm sure I'll be back. I love baking and cooking. I'll teach you how to make a whole bunch of other things. So thanks for tuning in with us. I hope you also have a good breakfast casserole for dinner. And I'll see you soon.